I ask that the case of the Seo family of Myeongwol be reopened. Stillness. Then I panic. The color left Sukmin's face. Arian's eyes narrowed. The emperor frowned. And inside Sukmin, something shattered. The scent. The eyes. The voice. The pauses. The smoke. The mountain. The fire. No. Impossible. He had watched her burn. Hadn't he? The emperor granted her request. But truth demanded witnesses. So one final imperial feast was called. Not for celebration. For judgment. Every noble house tied to the old Seo investigation was summoned. Merchant lords. Court officials. Military financiers. Temple witnesses. Magistrates. Even imprisoned conspirators. And brought before the court. Half broken, trembling, and barely alive, stood Seo Juntae and Han Yeo-jin. Her father had lost both legs and one arm in the prison mines. Her mother looked thin as paper after years of confinement. The court fell silent at the sight of them. Truth now had faces. Then, Lady Hae-rin entered. No veil. No fear. Only silence. She walked slowly into the center of the hall while nobles stared in frozen uncertainty. Then the doors thundered shut. Boom. Talismans ignited along the walls. Blue fire sealed every exit. Panic exploded. Guards rushed toward the iron doors and shoved against them desperately. Nothing moved. Invisible force held them closed. She walked to the center of the hall. Looked once toward her parents. Her father's hollow eyes narrowed. Something inside him trembled. Her mother covered her mouth. Not recognition. Instinct. Then Hae-rin turned toward the emperor. Your Majesty, she said. My final offering to Haedam is truth. And slowly, she removed her gloves. Burned fingers. Split skin. Scars. Gasps filled the chamber. Then, she touched her own jaw. And began peeling away her woven flesh. Layer by layer. Wet silk-like skin sliding downward. Beauty collapsing. Nobles screamed. Some fainted. Some vomited. Some prayed. Until only the burned girl remained. Charred skin. Twisted mouth. A ruined eye. Fire-split scars. A living grave. Sukmin staggered backward. His lips trembled. Hae-rin. Her ruined gaze met his. Yes. Yeo-jin broke first. A cry ripped from her throat. Not horror. Recognition. A mother always knows. Juntae's face crumpled as tears streamed silently down his weathered cheeks. His daughter. Alive. Destroyed. Returned. Hae-rin bowed once before the emperor. Then spoke. For years, I waited for remorse. She looked at Sukmin. At first, I wanted only revenge. Her gaze shifted to the court. But corruption is larger than one man. She looked toward the nobles who had forged evidence. The merchants who bought silence. The officials who signed false records. The witnesses who lied. You all burned my family. Silence. Then denial. One merchant shouted. She lies. Another. This witch deceives us. A magistrate fell to his knees screaming innocence. Princess Arian stepped forward. Still proud. Still furious. Still blind. Look at her, she shouted. She deceived the empire. Kill her. The emperor did not move. Because fear had already become the truth. Then he spoke. Ariane. His voice was cold. If this crime is not yours, remain silent. But pride was stronger than wisdom. Ariane stormed forward and struck Seren across the shoulder. The instant skin touched burned flesh. Whoosh. Blue flame tore across Ariane's sleeve. She screamed. Guards rushed forward. Chaos erupted. Sukman collapsed to his knees. At last. His pride shattered. At last. He chose the truth. He wept. Not beautifully. Not nobly. Broken. Ugly. Humans. Yes, he screamed. The court froze. His voice cracked. Yes, I destroyed her. He pointed at himself. His father. At the merchants. At the forged officials. At first I thought wealth made me untouchable. His breathing fractured. I thought she was beneath me. I thought they all were. He turned toward Hae-rin. Trembling. I buried her. I buried her family. I let them suffer. I watched her burn. A sob tore through him. And for the first time, Sukman looked smaller than the harm he had caused. I saw you in dreams, he whispered. Every night. Hae-rin's ruined face did not soften. But pain moved behind it. Because he had finally become honest. Too late. The guilty began defending themselves. Lying still. Even now. Even seeing the truth. Seren closed her eyes. Her sorcery cracked beneath her skin. Blood ran from beneath her false flesh. Her magic was failing. Her life had always been ending. I gave this court memory, she whispered. Her eyes opened. Blue flame rose. And still you chose lies. Then judgment came. The truly guilty ignited. One by one. Not random. Not innocent. The corrupt. The conspirators. The liars. Screaming. Burning. Turning to black ash before the horrified empire. Others touched them while fleeing. And a cursed flame spread. No soldier dared interfere. No noble moved. Even the emperor stood frozen. Sukman crawled forward. Crying openly now. Hae-rin. She looked down. He was no longer beautiful. No longer powerful. Only a man. Too late. Do you love me now? She asked. Not with longing. With cruelty. With history. He nodded through tears. Yes. She bent lower. Then carry what I carried. She touched his chest. Flame entered him. Not outside. Inside. His veins glowed blue beneath skin. His body cracked. Ash spread through him from within. And as he died, he saw her. Not a monster. Not a witch. The girl beneath plum trees. Then, he collapsed into ash. Silence. Then Hae-rin turned toward the emperor. She bowed deeply. My life ends soon. Blood fell from her lips. Let this kingdom remember. Emperor Huangun rose slowly. And before every noble house, declared. The Seo family is innocent. Then louder. The court failed them. Shock rippled. An emperor admitting corruption. Juntae wept openly. Yeojin reached for her daughter. At last. Hae-rin turned. No sorcery. No revenge. Only daughter. She crossed the hall. And embraced them. Her mother touched her ruined face without fear. Her father pressed his forehead against hers. And Hae-rin finally broke. She cried like the child who never came home. Blue flames slowly rose around the three of them. But this fire did not destroy it. It glowed soft as moonlight. Warm. Gentle. Forgiving. Before vanishing, Hae-rin looked once toward the emperor. Protect the forgotten. Then the flames rose higher. And the Seo family disappeared into light. Gone. Leaving drifting ash. And the faint scent of burning plum blossoms. The story crossed every border of Haedam. Across deserts. Seas. Trade roads. Temple ruins. Campfires. The burnt girl who returned. The witch who danced with ghosts. The daughter who demanded justice before an empire. Some called her demon. Some called her divine punishment. But the poor. The powerless. The falsely accused. Called her something else. The flame of truth. Emperor Hwanggun never forgot. So he changed Haedam. He created the Ashen Law. No noble, merchant clan, or official could bury crimes through wealth without imperial review. Abuse. Corruption. Disappearance. False imprisonment. Even peasants could now appeal directly to the throne. Then he founded the Court of Veiled Ashes. Grey-robed investigators sworn to uncover hidden crimes. Reopen forgotten cases. Protect powerless families. Their oath. May we burn before innocence burns again. Under Hwanggun's reign, Haedam entered peace. Harvests flourished. Wars faded. The royal bloodline endured. And every ruler after him kept the Ashen Law. Not merely from honor. But fear. Because memory can haunt kingdoms. Years later, the old Seo home in Myeongwal became a memorial garden. Plum blossoms surrounded it. Children played safely. River water ran clear. And villagers whispered strange things at dusk. A laughing girl beneath plum trees. A gentle mother hanging laundry. A quiet scholar reading beneath lantern light. Always together. Always peaceful. Never frightening. Only home. And on certain nights, warm blue fire flickered softly inside the empty house. As if someone had finally returned. The camera slowly pulls away. Silver mountains stand beneath moonlight. The wind moves through plum blossoms. And for the first time, Haedam is at peace.